Another thing that you may want to use as well are these Aquarel crayons. Now, this is what's left of my set because unfortunately I've lent them to students and they have walked actually. So these are Aquarel. I'm not sure if many of you have used them before. They're really great because you can create with them and draw a heavy line. I'm going to use a couple of colors here to make it worthwhile and use up what's left of the ones that I do have. And then what you would do is you would take your regular brush with water and you would come in and you would wet it. And depending on how it sort of picks up the color and gives it this very watercolory look, there's a sort of freedom to it that is different from using just plain watercolor by itself. You get the texture on the bottom and the whole thing comes to life. And I do gotta tell you, once you take this and you blotch a background in it, you may not want to do all of them, just some of them to keep the crayon line in there. Once you get this down on paper and blotch a background in it, it really comes to life. So again, this is just using the Aquarel pencils, crayons, and they also come in a pencil form as well. So I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go, and that's with that. Another thing is a lot of you have already in your houses, you have your famous crayons that you have probably laying around, or if not, then you need to break into your little brother or little sister's room and get some crayons. But here you are with regular crayon, and again, you could start drawing your flower. Okay. And then you could use your regular dyes that you use for all your classes, and with some water, and then you might want to take and wet the paper a little bit in certain areas to let it bleed. But then take your dye and just go in here and let it bleed and do its own thing. And as you can see, what's going on is that your paper, your crayon is wax-based, and your liquid is of course water-based. So then you can come in and start painting and doing all these wonderful things with it, and the line is not going to go away. And there's a certain amount of freedom in here also. You might want to take the center and make it a different color, whatever. Maybe we'll combine these two and see what we get. A little bit stronger, a little dirtier. There we go. And you can come by, wait for it to dry, and come by and add again another layer to it. That's totally up to you. Okay? So there you go. So this is just regular crayons with your Lumadye, wetting the paper and let it bleed all over the place, and you get this very sort of pop, exciting, floral, or whatever design you want to do. It could be a geometric.